What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Not Today. I'm Jenn Sterger.
Hey, it's Eddie Pence.
Jesus Christ.
That was alpha, right?
That was not
I
alpha.
was so alpha.
That wasn't even alpha. That was such a delay. What was that?
It takes a second to click it into alpha gear. Because it's like a stick shift. There's a clutch, and I gotta.
You missed one.
It'll stall if I don't take my second time.
Yeah, was that why it was slightly delayed? You
Slightly.
lost brain cells becoming alpha. That does track. Honestly,
that does happen.
Oh, but that's what I like about you, Eddie, is that you're more of a sensitive guy.
I'm resting beta. I'm a resting beta.
And we got somebody else in the studio today.
Kevin's here. Hi, Kevin. You're a good boy.
I just feel bad leaving him at home all the time. So now I'm just that bitch that brings him everywhere.
You are a dog person now.
Yep. Nope. I took him to this place today
person.
where it said no pets. And I walked in and they were all like, oh my God, your dog's so cute. And I'm like, we're really.
What's LA?
Like, he's not a pet. He is not a pet.
Nope.
He has papers.
He is here. Emotional support animal.
He is here as an emotional support to this crazy bitch. I'm like, take my dog away from me and see what happens. So anyways, Kevin's in the studio. If you hear somebody licking something, it's not Eddie.
It could be me. It could be me.
How was your weekend, dude?
Fun. I was in Brea all weekend with Chris Porter.
Oh, nice.
We had a fun weekend. Good crowds.
Yeah, must have been nice.
Good crowds. You were supposed to be there.
I know. We'll get into that.
But the shows were fun.
Yeah?
Yeah. Really fun shows.
I'm so bummed. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll get into it. I'm so bummed that I had to miss it. Well, because I had surgery on Thursday. Yeah. Oh, that's why.
Well, I didn't want to say it. I don't know what I can say.
I'll say it. I don't care.
Right.
I had surgery on Thursday.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah. But like, here's the thing. I feel like the past 2 surgeries I've had, doc surgeons are just like, trust us. And there's no like prep.
Do you have like a punch card yet?
No.
You should.
Man, I should. I definitely should.
I'd be like last 2 surgeries. I can remember the last time I had a surgery.
What did you have surgery on? Have you had surgery?
Let me see. When I was in 3rd grade, I had my appendix taken out. I had an appendectomy.
Okay.
And then when I was 20 years old, I had jaw surgery. Right.
Oh, I remember you telling me about that. Didn't they wire you shut?
I had a wired. It was like two months of.
That must be how you met Tracy. She's like, this guy's so nice.
She doesn't talk. I lost like 20 pounds. It's the best diet ever. And then I had wisdom teeth.
Yeah, but that's not a surgery.
That's not really surgery.
That's not a surgery. And honestly, I don't even know if dentists are. Were you asleep for that?
Yeah, they put me out for that one.
It's so funny. When I was in the hospital for this surgery, the nurse was like, started talking to me about the different surgeries that I had. And I was like, how much space did they give you to write?
You're going to need a second clipboard.
And I was like, I'm like, 5 boob jobs, 1 nose job. And I just started going through the list. I was like, tonsils, adenoids. And I was just going through the list.
I can list the ones I haven't had.
Wisdom
that
teeth,
might be shorter.
Exactly. Wisdom teeth. And she goes, yeah, we really don't count that. And she goes, besides, I don't trust dentists to put people under.
Really?
And I was like, that's a scary thing for a nurse to say.
I don't like that.
No, they're like, there's something about dentists because they only study how to do anesthesia for like 2 weeks.
Oh, that's just.
It's like a crash course.
It's like an addendum course.
Exactly. You could probably University of Phoenix your way through that shit.
Yeah, you can knock us out at night school. It's fine.
2 weeks. That's all they do. Is they practice putting people to sleep for 2 weeks.
That's not good.
No. So when she said that, I was like, oh God.
Well, I had the colonoscopy and I got put under for that. And that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I've had that too.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's a blast. I've had that done twice.
2? You had 2 colonoscopies?
I had 2 colonoscopies.
At your age?
Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of stuff going on down there.
That's Kevin's tail hitting the microphone.
Kevin's tail beating the microphone. Sorry.
So don't complain about the audio.
We got your request.
We heard all the complaints.
We're working on it. It has nothing to do with us. It's this plugin or something.
It was an encoding error in the Adobe software.
I think Mark's just playing us.
Or Mark's just bullshitting.
Fat lies.
Mark's back, everybody. You're starting to have a fan group, Mark.
People like it. Okay, well,
Not anymore.
That wasn't necessary. Fuck.
So anyways, I had surgery. It was on some girl stuff, but I feel like the past 2 surgeries I've had,
Mhm.
they were the least explained to me possible. It was just like the doctor comes in, is like, you ready to do this? Fist bump, let's go. And that's it. There's no like, hey, here's what the recovery is going to be like. This is what we're
Right.
going to do when we go in
Because you
there.
weren't expecting to have a long. You were expecting to do the shows this weekend.
Yeah.
This past weekend.
Yeah. I was expecting to do the shows. I was so
Because
devastated.
it was an outpatient surgery, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's same day. You go
Yeah.
home the same day.
That's technically what, outpatient, right?
That was the most insane outpatient surgery I've ever experienced. True story. Plus the pre-stuff you had to do to get ready for it. Did I tell you?
No,
about
you didn't
this?
give me the prep.
Okay, so like when you have a colonoscopy, you have to
You prep
have
for
to prep.
48 hours.
You
Yeah.
have to prep,
You
which
clean.
is essential.
You clean out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clean out the pipes.
You do a
You clean out the pipes.
Yeah.
You know, take all the Miralax and
right.
no red stuff.
Right.
Or no crazy colored food or drink,
Right.
whatever.
It's like no red stuff, and then at like the last 12 hours, nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just water.
Yeah.
Water and Werther's Originals,
But yeah, there's a little bit of prep for that, but it's
So
not,
there was
it's not
prep
unbearable.
for this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
About what you could eat?
Nope, not about what you could eat. You had to put something up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. You had to poof it. It's a boof, but in the front. They gave you 2 pills. Basically, I had to like put myself into like
You had suppositories for the front end?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Call it poofing. I think it's funny.
Poofing.
Yeah. I had to
You
poof them.
poofed.
So anyways, I had the prep. That was awful. Had the experience in the hospital.
Yeah.
Also awful.
Yeah.
And then missed the shows.
Yeah.
So it was just all in all terrible weekend. But when I was in the hospital and I came to, they were like, we're going to give you some stuff for the pain because the pain was pretty gnarly.
Right.
She's like, I was like, so what's this? She goes, fentanyl. She said it
Wow.
so casually.
LA,
And I was
man.
like, pause. And she goes, no, it's not like that kind of fentanyl. Like we actually
we
know
cut it with really good cocaine.
we know what we're doing. Like we know what we're doing. You know what I mean? And I was like, all right, sure. And she gave it to me and I was sitting there and I go, oh, yeah, this is how people get addicted to this shit.
Do you feel good?
Oh my God, yeah.
Really?
I didn't feel
'Cause
I didn't feel bad for the next 12 hours and I slept like a baby.
I thought fentanyl was an accelerant. Like
No.
it made you like, "Ugh."
No.
It's a downer?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It's
I don't know anything about
it-
fentanyl.
It cuts off the way the brain thinks about pain.
Okay.
Like it stops like the pain signals to the brain is whatever
Right.
it does.
Because after I had the jaw surgery, I had a morphine thing where you press a little button when you need morphine.
Well, it's supposed to make you it's supposed to not have as many side effects as the morphine. I mean, it could kill you.
Yeah, but once you're dead, there's no side effects at all. So yeah, that makes sense.
So I was high for practically an entire day. And then Saturday, I still wanted to do the Sunday show with you guys. And so Saturday I got a call from a friend and she was like, hey, someone dropped out of my show. It's right around the corner from your house. Can you come do 10 minutes? And I was
Right.
like, I literally
And this was Saturday.
I literally just got out of the hospital,
Right.
but I was like, fuck it. Let's see.
Make it a test run.
Yeah.
And then
P.S. It's a high show.
Oh, it's a weed store.
It's a weed show. Everyone in there is so high.
Yeah, it's not the best audience.
So no, not at all.
Not
Because
the
even
best
when they're
audience?
enjoying themselves, you don't know. They're just staring at you and smiling. Like it's not an audio based
Alcohol
show.
audiences are fun. Weed audiences, they're
It's hit or miss.
it's way hit or miss with a weed audience.
So I went.
Definitely a thumbs down from Mark. Weed audiences suck.
So I went up and
Yeah.
I was just talking about what I'd gone through.
Yeah.
And was saying like, I literally just left the hospital. Like I thought I brought a set list. Nope. These are my discharge papers. And I'm just talking to them and I'm like, let's see how funny I can just be off the cuff. And I had warned them that I was high and they were like, don't worry, no one will notice. And so I kept talking through it. And I was like, just curious. I'm like, who's on indica? And they were like, bruh. And I was like, that's the response I expected from you
Indica
guys.
is the mellow one?
Yeah, it's the mellow
That's
one.
not the upper
Then they're
one.
like, sativa.
Sativa's the one that
And
picks
everybody
you
was like, oh, I'm like, okay, a little livelier. I was like, fentanyl?
Anybody on fentanyl here?
Just me? Okay.
Anybody dead? Any dead people here? Where's my fentanyl people at?
So anyways, I learned a lot that night, which is basically you don't retain any of your material when you've been under anesthesia.
Yeah, that's kind of a
I'd
trippy
rather
place to
figure
come
that-
from.
Yeah, I'd rather figure that out though at the high show.
Yeah.
than at a regular show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to figure that out at a club.
Well, you wouldn't walk up at a club and right out of surgery and expect to like do your set. Like, you're kind of like walking up into a weed show going, I'm just going to talk and see where it goes.
Exactly.
And see if anything comes out of this.
I mean, it was fun. And people, when I walked out, people were like, that was hilarious. And I was like, I don't know if it was intentionally hilarious, but I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm like, I won't remember any of this.
Yeah, so it's probably pointless.
Exactly. But yeah,
No,
like that was my foray into drugs.
No, that's nice. Fentanyl's good. I'm glad you survived your fentanyl
Thank
thing.
you.
I bet Colton.
Colton did fentanyl this weekend?
No, I guess close. Well, I'm driving home, right? And Colton's had. We haven't given Colton like
the drug talk.
The energy drink talk.
Wait,
We've
what?
given
There's
him the
no
energy
drink talk?
There is. You should have one.
What?
Well, I don't do a lot. I do 5-hour energies, right?
Yeah, I know.
I'll do those. Our old show, you should sponsor us. And Kevin, are you tweaking? So our old show used to do 5-hour energies, right? And so yeah, I enjoy a good 5-hour energy every once in a while. Or I'll do coffee, right? I like caffeine. Caffeine helps pick me up. Colton drinks those rain drinks.
Yeah.
It's called Rain. It's almost like a Monster
Rain.
Energy.
R-E-I-G-N.
Rain.
Yeah, rain.
But I guess it's not caffeine. It's like B12. It's not like a caffeine. I don't know.
There's caffeine.
I'm
It's
sure there is.
Green tea and B12. Yeah.
It's some sort of other caffeine other than what's
so
in
did
fiber.
you give him...
Well, he's had them before, but he usually sips them for like 5 hours.
Oh.
He'll sit there and play video games
So
and
it's
just
like
sort
an
of sip
IV
it.
drip of
Yes.
rain.
You don't notice caffeine when you sip it like that.
No.
And then the other day I'm driving home and Tracy calls me. He's like, she's like, Colton's tripping. I'm like, what?
What?
I'm like, oh, he chugged his whole rain because we were getting ready to go for a hike. And I can hear Colton in the background going, where are we going, Mom? Where are we going? Where's my other shoe? I can't find my other shoe. Where's my other shoe? Do you know my other shoe? Okay, it's in the knot. Can you untie the knot? I can't. And he was just like fucking
Was he doing it on purpose?
tweaking.
Let's be clear. But Colton does stuff sometimes for comic relief.
He does, but not this. He was like literally like jumping out of his skin because the caffeine was going nuts. I'm like, okay, we didn't do the caffeine talk, the energy drink talk of like, hey bud, you're not used to caffeine because he doesn't drink soda. He's never been a soda drinker.
Me neither.
He just drinks water.
You got lucky there.
Yeah, big time.
Honestly, I haven't had a soda since like 2002.
Wow.
Yeah,
Damn.
I have not had soda since 2002.
Wow. I'll have a Coke Zero,
Ugh,
but I don't have
why bother?
I don't have Coke Heavy.
Coke Heavy.
That's what I call it.
Full-bodied Coke.
Dr. Pepper Heavy.
Gross.
But he's never had soda, and so I guess sipping on a rain, he just doesn't notice the caffeine hit him. But when he chugged the rain, it was just bam, and he just got nailed with it. And I was like, oh.
Plus, he was probably dehydrated.
Yeah.
Might not have eaten enough.
I should have had the talk about energy drink, bud. You've never had one. You gotta take it in slow.
Yeah,
until your body acclimates to caffeine.
Have you had the drug talk with Colton?
No. He's been offered drugs at school.
Ooh.
He's been offered marijuana.
Oh, okay. That's not a drug.
At school. And
we're in California. That's
I know.
not a drug. Let's be real.
It's barely above a Flintstone vitamin at this point. So what's the drink that comes in a little
what
ball?
What did he say when someone offered him weed? I could just imagine.
He said, no, thank you. He's very polite. Said, no, thank you.
Did he ask you what it does?
Weed?
Yeah.
No, because he's watched enough movies and like he's been exposed to enough adult content where he understands what drugs are.
Yeah, but he didn't ask you like what it does or how it affects you or
no, he hasn't.
If you've tried it.
No.
Huh.
We've explained certain drugs like, hey man, like you grow up and you want to drink alcohol or do marijuana. That's fine. That's your choice to make that choice. Yeah. I would wait till
Don't touch the other stuff.
Don't cocaine. There's really no success story.
No.
Coming out of cocaine, heroin, fentanyl. Yeah. And especially nowadays, you don't know what's laced with water. Even weed, you don't even know if it's laced with fentanyl if you're getting it from a buddy.
Yeah.
You have no idea what stuff. So I just told him like, hey, if you're going to do that stuff, wait till you're 18.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I told him is wait till you're 18 because your brain's not fully developed yet. You're
100%.
And you're such a smart kid. Like don't do anything to fuck that up.
Because you and I aren't big drinkers.
No.
You know what I mean?
I don't drink at all.
Like I might drink once a month and I don't even finish it. It's more for I don't want people to ask me why I'm not drinking. It's a prop. It's a prop.
Most people.
Yeah. But I think it's made my comedy better, not relying on it. And honestly, I feel
You
like
mean
could-
like relying on when you get up on stage is like a performance anxiety sort of situation?
Yeah, where you're just like, fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you're going to do this every day, if you're going to do this every day as a career, you cannot be drinking.
No, you just have to get used to the anxiety of it. And
Yeah.
then your body will adjust and you'll no longer be anxious about
Exactly. That's your new baseline.
Yeah.
Or you just have to reframe it and go, I'm just really excited to be here.
it. Right. Yeah.
This is an anxiety.
Or I should quit comedy. This is not for me.
No, I love it too
If you have to
much.
drink to get up on stage.
I love it too much. But I've had that talk with girls that I work with where I'm like, hey,
Don't start it.
don't smoke weed before you go on stage. Does
No.
not make you funnier.
No.
Definitely doesn't help you remember your jokes.
You want to be sharper.
Yeah. I'm like, especially if you want to do crowd work, don't do it.
You can act like a stoner. A lot of
Yeah.
comics act like stoners.
That's
They're not
fine.
necessarily stoned when they're on stage.
Oh, but yeah. Well, did Colton finally come down
I don't know.
from his Jesse Spano? Oh, wait, it's ongoing?
It could be ongoing.
From his Jesse Spano experience?
He's yeah.
He's like, I'm so excited. I'm so scared.
He hasn't freaked out about it.
He's
yet.
going to sleep so
Yeah,
hard
he's
when
gonna
he
crash
crashes.
hard. Can't wait.
Oh, I was an energy drink spokesperson.
For what energy drink?
Do you remember Venom? It was from Dr. Pepper.
Oof.
What? Mark just
Venom.
went, "Ugh."
Venom.
Yeah, so I was
I remember Venom.
I was the spokesperson for it. So I
Yeah.
was like the cardboard cutout in all the gas stations and stuff.
Yeah.
It was me with a giant snake wrapped around my neck.
Wow.
Yeah. It was very 2008.
That is super 2008.
So yeah. Kevin, what can we help you with?
He's very excited.
Oh.
Did you get some fentanyl?
I don't know.
Hey,
Please
yeah, buddy.
Don't
Hey, yeah,
jinx me
buddy.
like that.
Hi, yeah, buddy.
But yeah, playing for high crowd was not fun. It really wasn't.
No, I hate
It reminded me
I
of
hate
when we
weed
shot
crowds.
your special.
Dude, that was the worst.
Well, it was a great first show.
Okay, this is what happened.
Listen, you were the dumbass that planned taping your special on 420.
I had the weekend.
Yeah. What
When
was that weekend?
When I recorded my comedy special back
It
in
was
2019.
Easter weekend and 420.
And the Caps were in the ice hockey playoffs, the NHL playoffs.
And there was that terrible storm, remember?
And there was a horrible storm that I had a club date at the DC Comedy Loft.
Yes.
The 19th and 20th. I was Friday, Saturday at the DC
Yes.
Comedy Loft. I was like, oh, I'm going to be there. It's my hometown. Let's see if I can shoot my comedy special there. I wasn't like, let me shoot a comedy special and I picked those dates. I had those dates and I was like, well, I'm going to be there. Let's see if we can do it. So that's what I did. And then 4/19 rolls around that Friday. We were supposed to do
2 shows.
2 shows because there was a big storm. They canceled the second show.
What'd they replace it with, Eddie?
An all-male striptease review.
They literally kicked us out of the room. They're like, all right, you guys got to go. And then these shirtless dudes came in.
And were stripping.
And
it was weird.
And like your background was still up for your
Yeah.
special.
Those curtains have seen a lot.
You returned them.
I returned them to Target, of course. I'm not gonna keep those things. So we get there Friday and we do the early show, and like they roll the late crowd into the early crowd. They tell everybody there's no late show. So the first show was packed.
Yeah.
But we had the brilliant idea of not running the air condition because we didn't want to
'Cause of
ruin the
sound.
audio,
Yeah.
right? And so it got hot as balls within the first 5 minutes,
Oh, yeah.
and I was dripping wet,
You were soaked.
and I couldn't use any of that footage.
Oh, so everything that you used in your special is from the second.
Except the introduction where you bring me on stage. That's the only thing I kept from the
wow.
first night. And then everything else came from the second night, the early show Saturday.
Because the early show Saturday was probably the best show.
It was a great show. I mean,
It was a good show.
You couldn't judge the first show on Friday because everyone was it was 180 degrees
Yeah. And
in the
people
room.
don't want to laugh when they're just too cold or too hot.
No, but it was a packed house and it would have been a great show had we been smart enough to leave the air on.
Yeah. Plus, you were drenched.
I was
so
drenched.
the second night,
Yeah.
Eddie's like, I'm going to outsmart the system. And I think you covered your entire body in deodorant.
I did. I took
An
I took an
antiperspirant.
antiperspirant speed stick and just doused my body.
If you ever get cancer, they'll be like, do you know why you got it? And you'll be like,
Yes.
100%.
I know where ground zero was. April 20th, 2019.
But I
covered
remember
myself.
the second show on 420, you got off stage and they were a terrible crowd. They were unruly. They were talking
It
to
was
you.
420. They were high. Half of them were wearing Washington Capitals jerseys because they were drunk and just came from the Caps hockey game.
But I don't think you realized they were high until like midway through.
Well,
and then
yeah,
you
and I
were
was like, oh, fuck, it's 420.
Yeah. And so when you got off stage, you were like, good fucking luck, Chen. Because I was doing the check drop spot.
Yes.
And I went on stage and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, guys. You've been shit tonight.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't deserve jokes, so we're just gonna read through my phone.
Yeah.
The shit that I write down when I'm high.
I think when I was on stage at one point during the set, I said, you guys are the living embodiment. I think you guys are the living embodiment of a YouTube comment section. Because I hated them.
They were literally screaming out your bits at you, like, do the giraffe. And you're like, I'm getting there. I'm getting to the giraffe. Can you just eat a cheese stick and shut up? Like, you were losing. You snapped. I really want to see that footage at some point.
Well, because I have it. Because there was the pressure of like, I know the first show Friday was it's trash. You can't use it. And I just done the first show on Saturday, which was a good show.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was nervous. Like, okay,
I wanted to get one more in the can.
I need 2 in the can.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of pressure on that show. Like, fuck, just sit here and listen. Just shut up. You don't even have to laugh. I'll fucking pipe in laugh somehow. Just shut the fuck up and listen. That's just comedy.
That's exactly what Saturday felt like. So
Yeah.
I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you had good shows.
They were fun.
Happy for you.
Fun shows.
I'm fucking happy.
We missed
for
you in Brea.
Thank you. I miss being with you guys. There's this I've been trying to, like, while I've been stuck in bed, I've had way too much time while I've been recovering.
It's not a good idea.
Yeah. Way too much time. And I've been trying to clean up like my Facebook and things like that. And there's this girl, Eddie, that I went to high school with that keeps posting on my wall like we are still cool. And
you're not cool?
No.
Did you have a falling out? Or
yeah,
just
we had
distance?
a major falling out. Oh, yeah. We had a major falling
really?
out. Yeah. But she seems to have forgotten about it.
Huh.
I have not.
No.
And she keeps posting her daughter's Girl Scout cookies links.
Oh, she's trying to get you to buy Girl Scout cookies?
No, she wants my followers to buy Girl Scout
I see
cookies.
what she's doing.
Yeah, exactly.
She's trying to poach your followers
Yeah,
to buy
I'm
Girl
like,
Scout cookies.
this is, I get paid for this now. This is an endorsement deal. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get paid to...
Cut me on some of this Girl Scout cookie money.
Exactly. I don't mean to be like, hey, I need $1 from every box your daughter sells. But like, can I delete these, or am I a dick because it's for a kid? This is my Am I the Asshole, by the way.
Fuck.
Right? She's
That's
putting me in a
tough.
weird spot.
That's tough.
Because it's pictures of her kid.
Now, I don't want to go into the details of the falling out.
The details of the falling out were back in the day, this girl didn't really come from a lot of money.
Right.
So I like let her borrow a dress from me for homecoming. I did her hair and her makeup.
So this is back in high school?
In high school.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is high school stuff.
And when I say the minute the popular kids gave her any attention, it was literally just so that they would get information from her about me to bully me with. And so she basically like handed over.
She just gave him here.
Yeah,
Oh.
because she thought she was in.
She was just.
They just used her to get to me to fuck with me. And I've never forgotten it. And she's still like, when I come to Tampa and I play Tampa, she shows up and she acts like we're friends. And it's like, no, homegirl.
Now, does homegirl know she was fucked with, like fucked over by these other people who just used her for information to fuck with you?
I don't know. I don't know that she understood.
Because in a
that.
sense, you're both victims of this.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Right.
And that's the thing is I do have like
But she was just a girl that never had any sort of attention, and then all these people gave her attention. She's like, "Oh, hi, I don't know how to react. Yeah, here's everything you need to know."
Yeah.
Fucking you over, but
Uh-huh.
she'd never been in that situation where she was popular,
Yeah.
so she didn't know how to respond.
And so I never really got like a formal apology or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just kind of cut her off.
Okay.
Because I was like, I can't trust you now.
But she has no clue you're mad at her, right? Unless she listens to this show.
I mean, we're going to find out. But is that crazy? Okay, am I being petty? Because it was high school. I didn't go, mind you, I didn't go back to my high school reunion. I did not go back to my high school reunion.
Okay.
Because I was like, and they all asked me too. The same girls that egged my house were the ones that like
Are you
wrote,
coming back?
yeah, are you going to come back for the reunion? We'd love to see you. I'm like, I bet you guys
Well, that's
would.
the thing about high school reunions, because I remember I've been to every one. I've been to my 10, my 20, and then I was at my 30. People don't seem to remember cliques or divisions or like old beefs that you had in high
Really?
school. It's when you go back, everyone's like, that was fun back then. Remember? Like they all just treat it as like it was
No.
part of like some social experiment,
I was
and then you guys all came out the other side
Deeply
together.
traumatized. I was deeply traumatized.
But people don't
by
seem
high
to
school.
remember that. From, like the people that were traumatized remember that in high school, but the people that did the traumatizing don't
yeah.
seem to think it was ever a thing.
Yeah.
When you go back to a reunion.
Yeah. So when I run into them when they're working the cashier at CVS, I'm like, I remember.
Right? Like, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. And you're
No,
like,
it's not.
You're where you belong, asshole. Right? But that's what it's like. It's
They're
weird.
passing out samples at Costco. And my parents are like, you know who I ran into today? I'm like, it could be anyone. It could be anyone. I got out. That's one of the first things I tell people is I'm like, when you're
out.
I'm from Florida. I got out.
Yeah.
I got out. I still don't know whether I can delete this girl's post though.
Yeah, because it's for the. Oh, Mark says yes. Mark says yes. Mark gave it the Joaquin Phoenix thumbs up.
What do you guys think?
The
Let me know.
gladiator thumbs up.
Let us know. Write us on Twitter. Write us on Instagram. Whatever. Tell me. Can I delete these posts?
But it's for the little girls, Girl Scouts.
You didn't birth the child.
Okay.
No, I did not.
No.
You have no obligation.
No obligation.
Okay. Good.
Delete.
What a heartless man in there.
He gave
Delete.
it the emperor thumbs down.
Mm.
Caesar's thumbs down.
All right. Well, thank you. That's been
There
weighing
you go.
on me.
Delete it.
Because it's just, I felt bad
Fuck
for the
'em.
kid.
Fuck her and her Girl Scout
I just felt
cookies, I
bad for
guess.
the kid.
Well, don't now. History. Delete and block.
Tampa has such weird memories for me. Like, and I think about, and the stuff that comes back to my memory is so weird. Like for instance, you know, these dumb bugs that are like coming around all the time.
Cicadas?
Yes.
The cicadas?
I have like a very vivid cicada.
Oh, really?
First of all, it's cicada, not cicada.
Cicada? No,
like John Cicada?
John Cicada's a
Cicada.
singer.
Cicadas.
Cicadas are bugs.
Well, whatever. I have a
There could
very
be a John Cicada. He comes around every 17 years.
We go, oh no, we still don't like your music.
Go back under the ground, John Cicada.
But I have a very vivid memory in Tampa from the last time those bugs came out. Because I was working at Hooters.
Okay. Maybe that's the weird memory, not the cicadas. Maybe the working at Hooters was the weird memory.
Well, this is so it's actually people asked if I could tell this story at one point.
Okay.
Because I'm banned from the Hooters on Hillsborough in Tampa.
Have you tried to go back
No.
to see if you're still banned?
No.
Okay.
I don't like the wings that much. Let's be real. No one likes the wings
I do.
that much.
That's the only reason I go to Hooters.
Bullshit.
I love the wings. Do you like the wings, Mark?
Bullshit.
Mark likes the wings.
Mark, what
The
do you
wings
like
are
about the
fucking
wings?
good.
No, they're breaded. They're gross.
They're awesome.
I hate Hooters with a passion. But if you were asking me, like, what wings do you associate with wings? It's
Hooters.
Hooters.
And their curly fries are pretty bitchin'.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
They got kick-ass curly fries. I could give a shit about the boobs and the orange shorts
Exactly.
And the scrunch socks.
and the scrunch socks and the dark brown pantyhose.
So it should not shock you. I worked there. I worked there pre-boob job.
Really?
Yeah,
What
so-
was your cup before pre-boob job?
We
If you don't mind
never
me
had this
asking.
conversation. This is weird.
Did we have this conversation?
No, we've never had
Oh,
this
that is
conversation. I was
weird.
like a 34B.
So that's not bad.
I wasn't
That's
like
an average size breast.
I was average.
Okay.
I wasn't like, welcome to raisins. But I worked at Hooters
Right. You could have worked at Hooters. Yeah, that's
for 2 weeks.
sure.
And I had to train, and that meant you have to like host, which
Okay.
means you don't get the orange shorts. I was at the front door.
Awarded you the orange shorts.
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
knight you.
there you go.
They knight you.
Bend over. Mm.
I dubbed the
I dubbed the Hooters
double
girl.
D's.
Double D Hooters girl.
So I was working the front door.
Yeah.
And it was during the summer. And again, pre-boob job. And I was working the door with another girl. And she was like, I'd throw my back out at the gym.
Okay.
And I was like, hey, if they let one of us go early, please let me go. I'm barely coherent.
Right.
I'm like, I'm on pain pills. My back is killing me.
Mhm.
Please let me go home. And she's like, yeah, I got you. And so maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours later, it was
Yeah.
kind of quiet.
Yeah.
And so I see her like heading to the parking lot.
Son of a bitch.
Exactly.
Son
And I
of
was
a
like,
bitch.
where are you going? And she goes, oh, I forgot that I have to sign up for classes tomorrow at school. So I need to be up super early. So I have to get off right now. And I was just like, run. That's all I said was run. And she goes, what? And I go, you've got 30 seconds to get off this porch before I get down there and beat your ass. And she was like, what? I don't understand. Like, I need to go to school. And I go, what's tomorrow? And she goes, Friday. And I go, wrong, bitch. It's the 4th of July. And there's not an institution in America that's open tomorrow. I go get in your little eclipse before I beat your ass.
Run.
So anyways, I'm in a mood and I'm like walking back because I walked to the edge of the
Sure.
the
The
patio.
patio,
Yeah,
yeah.
the patio, the
Yeah.
boarded patio. And I was
cage.
fuming, and I felt
Right.
something hit my back.
Uh-oh. Was it a wing?
I thought
Someone threw a wing at
someone
you?
had thrown something at me, and I was like, I'm gonna fight a bitch tonight. It's gonna happen. Like I was like, let's go. And it was one of those giant cicadas.
Oh, shit.
That is like my vivid memory of those dumb bugs.
Just
because I
flew
went
right
to go,
into you?
yeah, it hit my back, and I
Yeah.
went to go like touch it to see
it
what
went
was there, and it did a
Did
little
it flutter?
noise, and it bit me.
Oh, what? They
Yes,
bite?
They bite. If you piss them off, they bite.
I didn't know they bite.
Yeah. So, anyways, the thing falls to the floor. I stomp. I'm
You stomped the
freaking
shit out of
I
it?
stomped. I curb stomped that bug. And the following day, I did not sleep at all that night because I was so mad.
Yeah.
I went in super early in the morning.
Oh.
And I took out like my gel bra inserts, and
Yeah.
I put them on the manager's desk, and I was like, I quit. And he was like, what, why? And I go, you employ some of the dumbest bitches I've ever met in my life. And I was like, I literally cannot work here, or I will kill someone.
So you quit because of the
It was a toxic environment. It's just, you should not have that many women.
Was there other incidents leading up to this incident?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I was also being,
This wasn't the
I was also being bullied there.
Okay.
It's kind of an ongoing theme. Girls are just not nice to me. It was an ex-boyfriend's girlfriend worked there.
Okay.
His new girlfriend worked
Sure.
there, and she did not like me.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's so funny because like vivid memories. She had like the biggest boobs at that Hooters.
Right. So she
but she
got
had
all
won-
the good shifts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she had won hers at a radio contest though. So you can
well,
imagine
however
how
you get them, you know. However you can get them.
caller number 30
Right.
gets brand new titties.
Well, you know, he won a new car and
So every time these cicadas come back, I have these memories of like, oh yeah, I'm still banned from Hooters.
you got banned because you quit?
I got banned because I threatened a girl with bodily harm.
Oh. You can't have Hooter girl on Hooter girl crime. That can't stand.
You
gonna
can.
choke.
They used to make videos that you had to pay $19.95
This is
for.
where Mark chimes in. Well, actually,
Actually, I have a VHS collection.
he's like, sometimes they do it in Jello. That's a pay-per-view though.
Hooter girl melee.
What, Mark?
That would have been a great thing to watch.
I said my piece.
He said, I've said my piece.
He said his piece.
This show is so unhinged today. I'm sorry.
Amazing.
I'm still coming off the drugs.
Yeah, you're still laced with fentanyl.
It's hard. I still don't feel like my brain's totally back to normal. I don't.
You'll get there.
But didn't you send me an article about people eating cicadas or like restaurants serving them?
Well, because we all know about the way the Earth is headed with global warming and climate change.
Yeah, but
and the production of meat and how that is devastating to the environment.
and I know some people are trying to push for like
They're trying to
grasshoppers
push
to be considered
for
protein.
No,
No,
insects to be our new form of
No,
protein because of the
absolutely the fuck
overabundance
not.
of insects.
I'm a texture person.
And they're well,
absolutely not.
you can apparently, I don't know that you can take the insects and grind them up and make them meat-like if you add enough stuff to it. But there are restaurants that are serving, especially when I don't know what brood of cicadas is out now. We had Brood X a few years ago.
They have names?
Yeah, last year, like a few years ago, it was Brood X. I don't know what the name of the new brood that's coming out now. But there are some restaurants serve them because they're everywhere. And you can they turn them in, and they're doing it with grasshoppers too.
No.
And I've like on my other podcast, I have eaten chocolate covered cicadas, and I've had grasshoppers.
That's disgusting.
And
I
it's
can't believe
fucking-
you of all people.
Well, I didn't choose to do it. I didn't
still
elect
did it.
to do it. I did it.
What was your price?
There's no prize. It's just being on the fucking show. I gotta do stupid
no.
shit.
I would have been like, I demand a bonus. I demand hazard pay for this. I demand hazard pay.
Oh,
and just know, Ralph, your bathroom's gonna get it.
I'm gonna come in early and fucking Mount Vesuvius this fucking bathroom. But he has to eat it too. It's not just me,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's fine.
So
I
it's
guess
solidarity.
yeah, it's both of us going at it. But chocolate cicadas weren't too bad because they're covered in chocolate, right? Only
Yeah.
problem is there's a fucking leg. or there's like, there's something in your tooth and you pull it out. It's a fucking little
No,
antler.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you can tell what it is,
That's the problem. That's the problem with insects is you can tell they're insects.
That's gross.
They haven't perfected the way of making them edible to the point where you're like, I don't realize I'm eating bugs.
No.
And the grasshoppers, they were like roasted grasshoppers. So it just tastes like burnt shit,
Yeah.
like burned.
Yeah. No.
But again, there's
good.
wings and antlers and legs involved.
That's
and
disgusting.
And you smile and it's just all in your grill of grasshopper body parts. And it's
so
just it's nasty.
I don't eat crazy shit like that. I've never tried anything. There was a restaurant down the street from my parents' house, though, that served bat.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And they served, you know how they serve bat?
How?
Like chicken wings.
What?
Yeah. They're like chicken wings, but with no heads. But they're chicken wings with like claws.
It's the body of the bat?
It's the body with the wings. And the claws
no
are still
head?
there. No head.
What do you eat?
The body, the main body.
But isn't there bones all over in the body, like ribs?
Eat around. Yeah, just like a chicken wing. It's
chicken wings just
I've
a
never
fucking
tried
chicken
them.
leg.
I've never tried them, but I went in there to pick up barbecue, and I was like, there better not be cross contamination. And I was like, do people actually order this? And this guy was sitting at a table by himself, and he goes, "Yeah, they're great." And he's flapping it around by its little wing, like it's holding its hand, and he's just like,
my buddy agrees. Wow.
Welcome to Lutz. If you had any question whether or not I was white trash,
Wow.
I feel like that.
You got out though.
I did.
You got out.
I got out. Listen.
Yeah, I couldn't eat bat.
Couldn't eat bat?
I can't eat frog legs.
No frog legs.
No.
I think they serve those there too.
They probably do.
I feel like it's
Apparently, they taste like chicken wings.
no.
But it's just the fact that it's frog. It's frog.
Mark, have you tried any of this stuff?
Negative.
Gator?
No, I've had rattlesnake.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Why?
Again, the fucking show I'm on
What the?
makes me eat shit.
This is awful.
We had canned rattlesnake, and but the only problem.
Canned?
Well, because they serve it, they package it canned, but it's just But the problem is it's bony as
I
fuck.
should not have eaten a snack before I came here.
There's
I am
ribs.
So nauseous.
There's like snake ribs in it because that's all a snake is just fucking spine and ribs.
Gross.
And so it's very bony.
The tiniest.
It's like
the
these are
tiniest baby back ribs.
good. That's what it is, and it's just it's hard to eat because it is so bony.
That's disgusting. Ugh.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever eaten a bug or come close to eating a bug, I
On
should
accident.
say. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was at like a place and it crawled across my plate. And I was like, shut it down. And my parents were like, don't make a scene. Don't make a scene.
Oh, I'm making a fucking
We like
scene.
coming here. And I'm like, nope, never again.
Okay, what's worse, finding in your soup, a bug or hair?
A bug.
Bug?
A bug.
Worse than hair?
Yeah.
Particular type of hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You might have me
A
there.
fly or pubic hair in your soup? What's worse?
Wow.
If you
I mean,
had
either way,
you
I'm
had
not
two
eating
bowls
it.
of
I'm
soup.
not eating
You had
it.
2 bowls of soup and a gun to your head, and someone's like, "Eat the bowl of soup with the fly in it or the pube." You're gonna eat the fly. You're gonna eat the
I'm
fly.
gonna eat around the fly. Gonna eat around the fly. No.
But I'm saying you're eating the fucking fly soup, not the pube soup.
No
Yeah,
pubes.
No one's eating the pube soup.
God.
So we do have our limits.
Oh my God. Eddie, is it that time?
Oh, I think
What
it's
if
that
it
time.
wasn't a fly? Because a fly is pretty harmless. What if
Okay.
it was a full-on cockroach?
Or like a
That's what I saw on my plate.
or a centipede.
I
Last
had
time I had
cockroach
something, I had a
pancakes.
slug in my salad.
Well, people eat snails. That's a fucking slug with a shell on it.
That's a delicacy.
That's a delicacy, right?
Hard
Slipper
pass.
little suckers. No.
All right.
Gross.
It's that time.
It's the time. Let's face it, this entire episode was that
Dynamic.
time.
This entire episode was that theme song. That's what this was. Okay, here we
You
go.
love it.
I'm playing Florida Man Friday. I read Jenn Sterger 3 Florida Man headlines. 2 are real, 1's fake. She has to tell me what the fake one is to see how Florida she is. Mark is going to play along
I feel like
too.
I'm already established.
I
in
think
this
your
episode.
Hooters residency established your Floridaness. I think that was enough.
One day you're going to read me a Florida Man Friday, Florida Man Friday, and it's going to be about me, and I'm not going to know.
Hooters waitress beats the shit out of other Hooters waitress in the parking lot. Jen, was that you?
Takes a bat to her eclipse.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Number 1. Florida man fakes his own death to get out of attending mother-in-law's birthday party. Florida man steals rings from one girlfriend. Steals ring from one girlfriend to propose to his other girlfriend. C. Florida man is arrested for retail theft during a quest to fulfill a $300 daily theft quota. Which one of those is the fake Florida man headline?
I want to say 3.
3? He's got a $300 a day.
I feel like you ripped that headline.
quota.
I feel like you lifted that headline from Grand Theft Auto or something.
He's got a $300 a day theft quota, and he's got to meet it.
What is it? Mark says 3
Mark,
too.
You say 3 too? You're both wrong.
What?
You're both wrong.
No.
Florida man fakes his own death to get out of attending mother-in-law's birthday party.
But see, I would have done that. So.
If you still lived in Florida, that would have been you. We're not playing California, man.
Man.
We're playing Florida, man.
Well, we tried, Mark. We tried. $300 theft
quota.
That's real.
Yeah. I guess he figured out if he could live on $300 a day.
It's not grand theft, so
It's not grand theft, so it's just it's a misdemeanor, right?
So he's like, I can walk right up to the line.
Yeah.
Every day.
Right.
And it's still not a felony.
Exactly.
It's just lots of.
This guy's got it figured out.
That's called working the system.
That is working the system.
Eddie, where can people find you?
You can find me on all the socials at Eddie Pence, or go to eddiepence.com.
At Jennifer Sterger, guys, on all the socials, or in the bathroom after the show because I might vomit. We hope you stuck with us this entire show.
Run.
Oh my God. I'm still recovering. We'll be better next week, I promise. Thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of Not Today. Please keep sharing us with your friends. We hope we got all the audio fixed for you guys.
Yeah.
And all the video and stuff.
Spread the word, people.
Keep spreading the word. Keep sharing us with your friends. We're so glad so many of you are finding us again. So until next time, we love you and goodbye.
Bye.